Guys, okay, today we're going to be talking about Borat, okay? Borat, okay? Alright, so let's look up and get into the details, guys, okay? Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so Borat, Baron. Okay, so the actor is Sacha Baron Cohen. He plays the leading role of Borat Sajidi. Okay, a fictional Kazakhstani journalist who travels through the United States in an outdated 1960s ice cream van to make a documentary which features real-life interactions with Americans. Much of the film features unscripted vignettes of Borat interviewing and interacting with real-life Americans who believe he is a foreigner with little or no understanding of American customs. It is the second of 4 films built around Baron Cohen's characters from the Ali G Show 2000 to 2004. The first of Ali G House in the House was released in 2002 and featured a cameo by Borat. The third, Bruno, was released in 2009, and the sequel to Borat, okay, was released in 2020. Alright, so Borat was released on November 2nd, 2006 in both the United Kingdom and the United States by 20th Century Fox. Okay, the film was very well received, both critically and commercially. Okay, made for $18 million and it earned $262 million worldwide. Baron Cohen won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. While the film was nominated for Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, Borat was also nominated for the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay and for Writers Guild of America Award in the same category. Controversy surrounding the film prior to its release and after the film's release, some participants spoke against and even sued its creators. It was denounced by the government of Kazakhstan and was banned in almost all Arab countries. On September 20, the sequel of Borat was officially confirmed to have been secretly filmed, completed, and screened a few weeks after Baron Cohen was spotted driving a pickup truck in character as Borat around Los Angeles. The sequel was released October 23, 2020 by Amazon Studios. Alright guys, let's get into it. Alright? So, that was said, okay? So Borat, right? Sarah Baron Cohen, right? He plays Borat. So Borat, okay, so basically I'm gonna just talk about Borat. Borat, he was driving cross country. He made pit stops along the way. He was infatuated and obsessed with C.J. Parker, aka Pamela Anderson from Baywatch. He's not the only one, because I was in love with her when I was young as well, okay? When I was 11 years old, Baywatch was the thing, and she was badass. She looked good. And, you know, her body was on point. Alright, so enough of that. So basically, he made a pit stop along the way. You know, they pick up a bear. They bought that ice cream truck. He was trying to get like a famous exotic car for like a little bit of for like $2,000 or something. It was so funny. He was a mess. Like, it's an estimate. Don't kill me if you find out the price was a little bit less or more, or whatever. But it was just like a throwing an estimate, like, you know. Yeah. So I know they come across like these. They stopped in the state where there was like in the area where the projects are. It was like a bad neighborhood, and they had like, you know, these black guys. There's like 7, 8 of them. And they were just minding the business, playing dice, whatever they were doing. And Borat comes up to him and he's like odd, like he's like a real oddball. But they were enjoying his company, and then he says, could you teach me how to play or be cool or dress like you? And and they help him. Yeah, they help him. And they show him, they have his pants sagging, how to say certain words. It was so funny. Because when he goes to try to rent a room or hotel, they kicked him out. Nobody wanted him because he looked like thuggish or whatever. And then he comes across, he finds these couples that's willing to take him in, but they happen to be Jewish. And I don't have no problem with the Jewish community. I don't. But I'm just saying what the movie is. So basically, the Jewish community. So Borat, his people, his country, they don't like Jewish people for some reason. I don't know. But they didn't trust them or nothing like that, and they were freaked out the whole time. They didn't want to eat from them. It was funny. It was him and his partner, which is a fat Arab guy. But it was so hilarious, those two. The whole time they were together. I don't know how they ended up with a bear and everything. It was random, you know? And so that happened. And then, you know, they were in New York, and then, you know, they started this whole trip to LA, and it was hilarious. And it was all driving too, because they didn't trust the airplanes. I don't know what the hell that was about. Because they were trying to say that Jewish people were the ones that did 9/11, when it was, I don't know. It just sounds like odd, you know, the whole situation. But it was comedy, it was funny, you know, it's supposed to be funny, it's not supposed to be taken serious. Alright, so I enjoyed the movie, okay? And so they continued, they drove, and then they had a little fallout, and then he had to continue the rest of the way by himself. So he finds the fat guy, because after the fallout, they find each other. He finds him in Hollywood, portraying to be Charlie Chaplin, and but he was a fat Charlie Chaplin. It was funny. So then they reconcile. So he takes him to his spot where he's at, the hotel, whatever. You know, he takes Borat back, and Borat is asking about his beer. And there's one scene where the guy opens the refrigerator, the fat guy, to get something like a drink, but you see the bear's head in the damn fridge. I was like, oh my god. It was so hilarious. Like, I didn't mean to laugh, but it was like, come on, man. Really? He's asking for the bear, and you said the bear's okay, and they got changed subject? It was crazy. So then they continued their journey. He was helping him find CJ, and he actually found Pamela Anderson was doing a signing, like in a couple of days, and he helped them, you know, find the information, whatever. So they go, and he looks like a total stalker, like trying to kidnap her and stuff like that. It was crazy. But that was towards the ending and stuff like that. But the movie was so good. I mean, there was a part where in the movie where they were fighting, they were arguing, and they were running butt naked through. Oh, before they even get butt naked, running through the fuel seconds. Oh. All right. So basically, they're running butt naked, and anyway, no, they were butt naked in the room. So I don't know how they were butt naked, but they fighting, and then the fat guy throws Borat. I think he lands on his, like on his back. He flipped him on the bed, and then he jumps on him in a 69 position. It was two guys. The fat guy had his butthole and his ball sack hitting the guy in the face, like Borat in the face and the mouth. It was weird. Then they start running, chasing each other through the whole hotel meeting area lobby, where they were having a conference. And they were running around, people looking like, oh my god, like crazy. They were butt naked running around. It was crazy. But it had me laughing, man. It had me laughing a lot. And I enjoyed that movie, you know what I mean? Like, I enjoyed it. It was so entertaining. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Movies need to be entertaining nowadays, and they're not. That's what they're lacking nowadays. Just give me a second, because there's like a lot to take in. Yeah, then he goes back. Oh, and along that route, he meets a black woman that's a prostitute, and he falls in love with her. And towards the ending, he just takes her back to his home country, and they fell in love, you know. And before we get to that, in the beginning, he was with somebody else. And like the first couple of days that he's in the U.S., like in New York, trying to, you know, get some stuff together, he receives a message from somebody from his country letting him know his wife died. And for a couple of seconds, he says, "So she's really dead?" To confirm, right? She's really dead? And then the guy said, "Yes." He says, "Yes!" Yeah, he was excited. It was so hilarious to see him do that. I mean, it's sad that, you know, his wife passed away, but for you to do that reaction, that's kind of funny, man. I'm sorry. And then it speeds up into, he ends up with the black prostitute, and then he falls in love with her, the black woman, and he takes her back to his country, and then it's just a whole funny thing going on over there, you know, like at the end. So at this time, I'm gonna leave my information, okay? My email is joeybiggs2284@gmail.com. Again, joeybiggs2284@gmail.com. And you could email me a request that you want to see a movie, or you can just leave it in the comment below, whatever works for you, okay? Yeah, just reach out to me. Whatever gets the best and the most amount of attention, I will include into my lineup of movie reviews, okay? I like to work with my people, and yeah, if you just want to shoot me an email, just want to talk or kick it or whatever, you know, I'm good with that too. You know, just make sure you like, share, subscribe, like, and share, okay? That's all I'm asking. Stay tuned, stay connected for all the current movies that I got putting out, movie reviews. And that's about it for now. I mean, I guess this is my sign off, all right? Peace, take care, till next time.